Virgo, hi, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you come across this video. Thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking, making purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. Box, and purchases off the wish list. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so the overall reading or theme for your reading, Virgo, is there's some ancestors that are fighting to show you some sort of truth where there was some secrets for sure, but also too there are some ancestors, there's this energy of like defrosting, right? Of like it kind of reminds me of, how Austin Powers like had himself frozen, right? And then like he goes through that defrosting phase or something. I think essentially this is there's something about this happening, maybe like, not literally, but the idea of it with some ancestors, but also maybe even with your own energy.
Sometimes life brings questions. Questions about love, questions about career, questions about your life journey, and sometimes we just need a little clarity. And that is where my new sponsor, Psychic Source, comes in. Psychic Source has been around for over 35 years, connecting people like you with trusted, compassionate advisors to bring through insights and guidance that they need at this time. One of the things that I loved or that stood out to me with Psychic Source was that not only do they care about their customers, but they also care about their employees as well as the world. They donate 1% of all proceeds to a good cause through their kindness initiative. I had a chance to experience the whole experience and talk to a psychic advisor, and I left feeling far more confident than I did like walking into it. She was able to pull on a recent dream that I had, and the craziness of it, and help me find clarity through that. She recognized that I was going through a purge and that I was going through kind of like a rebranding, if you will. She was also able to give me like kind of a little bit of clarity on a direction that I'm headed in. And she even was able to like give like dates type energy, as well as like a couple names she pulled out. So it was very good. Like I said, I left feeling a lot more confident than I did going in, just about the direction that I'm headed in. And I didn't ask her any questions. This was all just, I just asked her, what do you got? And she just came, pulled all this stuff, and it was very good. It was very good. So with all that being said, I'm excited to share that Psychic Source is offering an incredible deal for my viewers, you guys. Okay, new customers can get up to 40 minutes with one of their advisors for just $19.80. That's a value up to $240. Okay, you can get the deal through the link in the description box below using the keyword Corie, Corie, or you can go to trypsychicsource.com/Corie. There's never been a better time to experience true connection.
Virgo. Okay. So let's dive in a little further. Let's see what it is that you need to know here about this for the next couple-ish weeks here. Yeah, there's some sort of cycle that you may be like, that it seems like it's like a never-ending thing, right? It just goes round and round and round and round. There's something about learning some sort of truth about the secrets of why maybe this cycle keeps repeating itself, Virgo, okay? Yeah, then we have yin energy, which is feminine energy, with the poised. So that's what I'm saying. There's like some sort of truth that's being exposed. Like there was like, it is, it's like something you would go round and round with, right? But not being able to maybe see the whole, the big picture, the whole story, or something like that, right? And there's something with this clean it up energy where it's like you're really, you know what I mean, like you're discovering something. Yeah, and so there's some sort of change in the wind, okay? From maybe going from a space of maybe being in your head about something to just like coming back into this very feminine and poised energy. Okay, it may have to do with a feminine energy as well, but we'll see, Virgo. Okay. Excuse me, I'm still. Yeah, look, we have. I had already. Yeah, there was something that you were confused about. You have. You're even if currently as you're watching this, right, you haven't quite figured it out, you will be in like the next couple-ish weeks, right? Whenever you come across this is like the ancestors are coming, and I feel like it's like they're really fighting to show you something here, okay? But you are achieving this, coming past this, and there's this self-love energy here, okay? Okay, so tell me about this round and round energy for Virgo. It's like this could also be with a person, right? Maybe it's somebody that comes back around and like, every time you I don't know. Because I'm hearing that song, round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, tell me now, tell me now, you know. Not really sure how to feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you. I don't know, something like that. Anyways, but we have self-love, we have hello, and we have love offer. Exactly. It's like, here you are, Virgo, minding your business, loving on yourself, and maybe somebody comes back around, right? And they give you this, This could also be somebody new. Hold on. Yeah, there's something, Virgo, some of you may be receiving some sort of love offer. It can be a return from the past, but it could also just be like somebody new. I don't know, there's maybe a situation where you've been kind of like, and especially with this never-ending story, it's like, man, am I just gonna like forever be attracting like these same versions, right? But there's something where it's like you're getting some sort of like major clarity. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, Virgo. Okay, so yeah, there's something that, and it could have to do, for all of you it's going to be different, but there's something that I feel like you were uncertain about that the ancestors are bringing you some sort of clarity here. Tell me about this never-ending story for Virgo, please. Excuse me. Evil eye. These ancestors are also defending you in some type of way, okay? There's like this energy where, somebody would go round and round, right? They'd be constantly sending evil eye, things like that to try to, what is this evil eye transition mature man here? What's that? Yeah, I feel like there was like maybe, I don't know if somebody wanted you to feel frustrated. I feel like somebody wanted you to be confused, Virgo, maybe about something. This is what they wanted. They wanted you to be confused, whether it be about an achievement or a love offer or something like that here. They also wanted to create some sort of rift between you and somebody else, maybe. Okay, for Virgo. But again, this is like something, it's like you're getting major clarity about this, but also too, the ancestors are like fighting something off, right? If you look at the secrets, right, it's like somebody keeping you kind of, or trying to keep you, you know, out of the know here. But right behind that is the truth, right? There's definitely... Okay, tell me about this cleaning up here for Virgo. Is somebody mad at you because somebody passed away, Virgo? Maybe? Okay, so you've released some sort of emotional pain here. And this is bringing in something... Yeah, this emotional pain may have been attached to the uncertainty, right? To the confusion here. Divine Feminine, sweetheart. Yeah, somebody, there's a third party here. Somebody who had done some sort of ritual to cause confusion about, again, it could be, you know, this doesn't have to be romantic, Virgo, but it could be like a love offer. It could be, you know, because we do have this mature man with his Ice King here, so this could be, somebody wanted you like mad at somebody, you know what I mean? And they wanted this person to maybe view you as mentally and emotionally unstable here. Tell me about this yin energy for Virgo. We have occupation with healer. Okay, so I could be talking to, you know, a feminine here, where it's like you may be in some sort of role, you know, doctor, nurse, in the dentist or the eye world, you know, optometrist, or maybe even just you work in some sort of spiritual healing, something like that here. Sorry about all the interruptions, Virgo. Okay, so tell me more about this occupation, healer, and rich guy. Okay, so yeah, somebody may have could have been a very feminine masculine that did some sort of love spell, Virgo, to bind someone. But honestly, I feel like yeah, this person was like obsessed with some sort of ascension that you were going through. Yeah, somebody like there's like an energy where you could have been going round and round, whether it be in the physical or spiritually, with somebody here, okay? One, you may have not known who this was exactly. You could have been trying to figure that out, or why, or you know what I mean? Like that type of energy. It wasn't necessarily like emotional pain here, but maybe it was like an energy of like, why the am I still attracting this? You know what I mean? Like, why hasn't this cycle closed out? You're about to get that information, okay? Um, confirmation here. Yeah, some sort of actual money. It's almost like somebody was trying to, you know, there's something about your feminine energy with this being on the yen here. Somebody may have made a lot of money by trying to bind themselves to your feminine energy here, okay? Tell me about this poise. Yeah, this could also be too, right? Where it's like when it comes to attracting certain energies, you know what I mean? Um, and it's like, man, what, why, you know what I mean? But you're about, it's like there's some sort of clarity about this, Virgo, that's coming through that's like, um, why? Yeah, and some sort of truth. And I feel like too there is some sort of influence, right? It could be like it's like you know, somebody trying to bind you something to something energetically, and then therefore you attract that like energy, right? It's like you're getting some sort of truth, or these, you know, you've broken through something, because you're again, this emotional pain coming out in reverse, like you're not hurt by this. You just want to understand it, Virgo. I feel like that's where you're at. It's like, okay, I know that this keeps happening, or we keep going round and round like this, or, you know, because of, you know, there's something within me that this is trying to show me. Okay, you're about to get that answer here. Okay. There is some sort of destruction that's coming towards some sort of perception here about you, or someone else here, okay? Hmm. Okay. feel too like somebody was wanting to come in and kind of like cause some sort of emotional pain, trigger you into some sort of emotional pain so that they could do this kind of love spell type thing to cause some sort of binding. Why is this entity attachment up here? Yeah, but whatever this this like round and round that somebody was doing here, yeah, because you see through the veil about somebody. I feel like somebody. Yeah. But again, there is this energy about whatever this person did, or you know, however this had you in a certain energy, it's kind of giving kind of like this frozen, right? It's like you're thawing back out here. It's, yeah. So you're not only getting clarity about this, right? But you're also, um, this energy or whatever is also returning from whence it came, is what I just heard. Yeah. Yeah, so somebody who was taking from you in any type of way is receiving karma. So, anywho, okay. All right, guys. That's what I have for you, Virgo. If you need anything from me, that's in the description box below. Otherwise, we'll see you next time, and I love you very much.